So summer is in full swing around here. Not so much because of the weather, but the kids are out of school and always home. So got some picket material still kicking around the shop. It's not paying rent, so it's time for it to be useful or get gone. We're going to go ahead and make this cedar picket project for some family fun nights that I plan to have this summer. So without further ado, let's build it. Gonna start this process off ripping 3 pieces out of a full-size picket, one at 3 inches wide and 2 at 1 inch wide. Got the bulk of our cutting done now. Got 2 of these pieces at 17 1/4 inch. Got 2 of these pieces at 6 9/16 inch. And 3 of these pieces at 3 inches. And they're all 3 inches wide. Let's get the assembly going. Gonna start off with slathering a good amount of glue on each end of my 6-inch pieces. And it looks like I'm putting quite a bit of glue on, but if you notice, after it sits for about 10 minutes, that's how much glue that end grain soaks up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on a little bit more glue, and then we'll get to putting these together. Make sure my corners are all as square as possible, considering that this is a picket. Tighten this clamp down, and then I am going to go ahead and use the pin nailer and pin nail this together. Now I'm going to check square on this box, and I got 18 7/8, and the other way I have 18 15/16. Not perfect, but for this build I think I'll take it. Now I need to pull a measurement on the inside of this box going lengthwise, and it looks like it's going to be 16 and a short 1/8 of an inch. So the next piece I'll cut off of this little scrap that I have will be 16, and I'll start with an 1/8, but I'll creep up on it from there. Got this piece all cut out, just cut it a little bit long and crept up on it, fitted into this box while it's in the clamps, so got a decent snug fit. And I did some mathing and found my center line. What this is going to be is a carrying handle. So I'm going to take this 1 1/4 inch Forstner bit, drill out on the end of each center line, and I'll cut out the middle and sand it down. Got my holes drilled out. So now I'm just gonna take a straight edge and we'll draw a line to connect these holes together and cut out the waste. Just gonna use the jigsaw to cut out this waste here. Pretty straightforward and easy cut. Just take it slow, stay on the line, and try to make the cleanest cut that I can. So got this all taken care of here, got some sanding done. I wasn't a fan of the corners up on top, so decided to just take a mixing bucket, trace a curve around them, and cut them off. And now just a light little round over on these top edges, and we got our carrying handle. I'm gonna start with getting a little bit of glue on our ends for our handle. As bowed as this is, I forgot how bowed the Oriole feeder piece was. This other piece I was using is actually relatively flat, amazingly enough. But we'll get some glue on the ends of this, let it dry, re-glue it, and we'll pop it into place. Now we'll get down to assembling this unit. Get this handle down in there. Pretty snug fit. Clean up my glue as I go here. Now we're going to take these little pieces, spin you around here, and I actually got some marks of roughly where these have to sit so I can get my spacing down for this project. I want to move this over just a little bit more. Got plenty of room to put these in. This is going to be a mess of glue. We'll get that one there. And the cup on this handle board doesn't make it much easier. Slide this one in here. And now we'll get this one on this side, which will be the real trick. Finish off pin nailing this one. Got this part done. Let's move on to the next part. Now we come down to those 1-inch pieces that we ripped. We're going to make the bottom out of these. I'll drop you down here. Now I am just going to simply do a real rough measurement here. And I don't have a marking knife, so I'm just going to use a razor blade. Real tough to see that. Not even sure if the camera will pick it up, but I got what the piece needs to be, so I'm going to go ahead and set up a stop block on the miter saw, and I'll cut these out. Cut out 7 of these slats out of the 1-inch pieces. Now I am gonna just put a little bit of glue here along the edge all the way around. Don't want too much because I've already cleaned up plenty of squeeze out. So I'll try to somewhat contain myself here. And we'll take one slat, square it up side to side, and right with this side. Get it where I want it. And before we go any further, I am actually going to throw some glue on all the pieces I missed. It's hard being the brains of this operation some days. Okay, back to the original plan here. We'll get this all squared up, front, back, side, side, and pin nail it. And I'm going to keep doing that. Going to go one end to the other, work my way into the center. Get this out of the vise. Oh, be doggone. Not a single blowout. Think I'm going to go buy me a lottery ticket. My luck ain't this good all the time. Alright, now I'm just going to let this set and dry, and we'll be back for the final reveal. Alright, time to wrap this one up and get another one down in the books. Now, I'm sure you figured out that this is a caddy of some sort, something to carry something in. But, what kind of caddy? Let me present to you the campfire caddy. With the kids being out of school and everything, and they're just bustling for anything to do that's fun that they don't get to do during the school year very much, or in my area in the winter, because who likes going outside when the air hurts your face? I just don't get it. But we got room for a whole box of graham crackers, plenty of candy, lots of onboard napkin storage, because have you met kids? And a slot to contain all the marshmallows you could possibly need for one little family backyard fire. Well, that's going to do it for this build. Thanks for coming along with me. And this thing, I think, is going to get a lot of use in this household. I'm still going to do a little bit more sanding on it and definitely put a finish on it. But I didn't want to have anyone have to wait for that and be past the weekend. This is something that you could get out and build before next weekend. Only takes a couple hours, and it's something you'll be able to use out in the backyard, in the camper, going camping. Doesn't matter. Something you'll get plenty of enjoyment out of, and the most important thing, you'll make some memories with the kids. Thanks for watching.